What's up, guys? Back in the garage again. It's Jay. So for those of you guys that have been following along on this build, I was able to secure a used Hellion kit for a Mopar from a friend of mine, or a buddy of mine, acquaintance of mine, excuse me, who purchased this kit brand new a couple months ago and has been having issues with it for the entire time. There's nothing wrong with the Hellion kit. It is remarkable, but I discovered why he was having issues, and what I'm going to do is take a moment to show you guys what the problems were, in my opinion, what I believe the problems were, and how I'm going to fix and solve this problem, or the problems that existed when I use this on my setup. The kit from Hellion is very, very good. It's engineered well. It fits the Hemi platform, the Mopar Hemi platform, extraordinarily well. There are some things that if I was the engineer on that I would have done differently, and on my build I am going to do differently. But that being said, what Hellion came out with, it works. So here are the log manifold that Hellion came out with for it. It's just your traditional log style manifold with a flange. The problem that exists, in my opinion, with this is, if you look, these are circular ports on this deal, and the Hemis have a D-shaped exhaust port for the heads, so it doesn't quite mate properly, and you'll have problems with sealing with gaskets and things of that nature. Here is a set of log tubes that I had that I modified for a Hemi. These were cheap. I got them off of a forum from a forum member. They're not the best. They are stainless. They are 304 stainless. They're probably made in China. But in any event, it doesn't matter. I bought them because I wanted the flange in case I decided to build a turbo fold, which I'm going to end up doing. But if you look at these ports, you can see clearly that this is a D shape. This is a D shape. This is a D shape. Continue all the way across. However that goes. But the difference between that port and this port, and these both happen to be gyrosides, the difference is quite noticeable. So if you're looking at this and you pick up a Hellion kit, tell Hellion before you order it to use a Mopar flange. If they don't, then you're going to have sealing issues. You're going to have boost leaks. You're going to have problems making and holding boost. You're going to have problems controlling the boost. All of these issues, my buddy who had this kit, who also has a 6-speed car, experienced. As a result, he got frustrated. He decided to sell the kit. It was a price that I could not walk away from. I will not mention what it was, but let's just say that I made out. Hellion uses all V-band style on here, so that's pretty cool. Picking this kit up for what I got, it's got 62mm turbos. It comes with, as you can see, it's pretty good stuff. All the welds are good on it. What I really wanted to see was how Hellion designed this setup here. This is really the key for me, because I was going to actually fabricate up my own version of the Hellion style sleeper kit, but this came about and I couldn't resist the price. But this is really what I wanted to see, how they dealt with the mounting right there, and then how they had the wastegate control. After I saw that, this isn't too hard to build, and it's a pretty proven way of, it's a pretty proven alternative means for getting boost in these Hemi platforms. Needless to say, to correct this deficiency that Hellion did, I'm gonna cut the flange, which thankfully they didn't weld it all the way around, unlike the flange that I have here, the eBay style cheapy flange. It's completely welded around. I'm surprised that they actually went that far and did that. But so I'm going to cut both of those up. I'm going to take the Hellion manifold, log style manifold, and put it on the D pipe, and then I'll be able to have a very good seal and hopefully control my boost when I use this kit. There's some other upgrades that I'm going to do. Like I said, I personally would have engineered the Hellion kit a little bit differently. One of the things that I'm going to do is I'm going to change this drain fitting. I'm not a fan of the drain pipe fitting. I don't even know if that's getting on camera or not. I'm not a fan of that drain fitting. It just doesn't work for me. And I'm not a fan of the oil feed either. I'd rather have AN oil feed lines in case you have a problem. They're easier to get to. It's easier to work on. You can make it to size to be perfect. So I've already built my my oil feed setup. I'm doing a -6 AN feed wide into 2 4s. And if I have to adjust the length of the lines, I'll do so. It's not going to be a big deal, but I'll make it so that it fits, it doesn't snag, and I have enough space to tie everything away and make sure that the flow is properly done. So that's the plan for that. And then these are 62s. This is 62 millimeter turbo. It's nice. I don't know if it's a precision turbo. I don't know who makes this. I'm gonna have to look. I didn't really ask. I didn't really care because I have over there I have 2 billet wheel VS Racing 72 millimeter ball bearing turbos. So I'll be running those on my setup with a Turbo Smart eBoost 2. Oh, that's another thing that's awesome about this kit too. The base kit comes with 2 45 millimeter Turbo Smart gates. It does not come with the eBoost 2, which was fine. It's not that much for me to buy that on my own, and Amazon, eBay, Jegs, Summit, everyone out there, all the parts suppliers sell that. HHP, who I've mentioned many times, all the guys that deal in the aftermarket Hemi world, they all provide the Turbo Smart eBoost 2. So I'll put a link in the description for it with who I'm going to go with, but you guys out there who want to mimic this build or do something along these lines, you can either order this kit with the eBoost 2, that will definitely raise the price, or you can just get the base kit and get the eBoost 2 on your own, which is the way it ends up that I'm going to do it, and I'm going to end up getting the kit for substantially cheaper. I can tell you that it retails for $7,999, pretty much from Hellion, from anybody who sells this kit. It's going to start at $799, so basically $8 grand for the kit. I paid nowhere near that, so the deal that I got made it worth me going to pick up the eBoost 2 on my own. We're going to stop talking here. I'm going to get to do some work, and then when I'm done, I'll show you how it all turned out. And just for future references, anyone out there who wants to buy this sniper or the hitting kit, the Hellion sleeper kit, check in on the flanges. Call those guys up, ask them to use a D flange. If you have to, send them one. It's cheap. I mean, you can pick up these eBay headers for $150, $200, 300 at the most. Send them buy it strictly for the flange. You can buy the flanges alone for like $150, so why not just buy the whole headers and have the piping if you're gonna do this stuff yourself. If not, pay extra money, have Hellion get the right flange. That way you won't have trouble controlling your boost. Stay tuned, I'll show you guys the finished product. Alright guys, so real quick, you guys saw I just cut this apart. This is the header that was supplied from the Hellion kit, And like I said earlier in the video, it's circular. And as I showed you, the Mopar flange is D. So I gotta modify this. Here's a finished one. This is a driver's side one. You see it's D. It's welded on. I still gotta grind the inside in. I don't know if that's on camera or not. Still gotta grind the inside down to get all the bubbles, the junk welds that I put in there. But it's on, it's not coming apart. And then I'm gonna go over with my TIG after I grind everything down and kind of really get in there and fill in all the gaps to make sure there's no holes so that we have no boost leak, no exhaust leak. We wanna get as much flow as we can get in there. I'll also take my file and kind of file in here where I can to make sure that nothing from when I was welding got in here. Make sure that we get a good scrape. But that's it. That's gonna do it for this one. When I'm done, I'll have 2 finished headers that will actually fit on a Mopar D port. So that what I mean by the D port, by the way, is it's shaped like a D, and those came from the 2009 and up 5.7s. The 2006, or I'm sorry, yeah, 2006 to 2010 6.1s, the 6.4 from 2011 to present day, so it's a 2020 or what have you. So any head, be it Eagle head, a 6.1 head, or an Apache head, they all have a D port. It's a port that's shaped like a D coming off the exhaust side. So you need a D port shaped flange for that. The Hellion kit doesn't come with a D port flange. It comes with a circular GM style flange. Let me just hold that in the right spot. And as you can see here, this is the reason why I have to fix this. This is a blown header gasket, exhaust flange gasket. And that happens because you don't have a proper seal. So to sum it all up, I had to modify a very expensive twin turbo kit to make it work on my Challenger. But at the end of the day, that's hot rodding. That's what we do. Let me take this off so you guys can see me better. That's what we do. So that being said, the Hellion kit is an amazing kit. I really like it. For the most part, the fit is spot on. There's some adjustments that I wanted to do because I don't have a stock 6.4 block. I have a forged block. That doesn't matter. Internals don't matter, but I also run an ATI dampener. That does matter. This kit was designed with the spacing, the brackets for the oil pump was designed for a stock style dampener. I'm running an aftermarket high performance overdriven dampener. It's only 8%, but it's still overdriven, so I got to modify that bracket. That's the next thing up. And then I modified the oiling system to feed in the return on the Hellion kit. That wasn't necessary, but I prefer it the way I'm doing it. It's just a preference. I don't want to return used turbo oil back into the engine without it being filtered, so I'm returning it to the oil pan as opposed to the oil feed. But that was by my design anyway. I was going to do that normally when I was going to engineer this kit myself. I was going to take a lot of the design from Hellion and modify it to suit my needs. So I ended up coming across a great deal on a Hellion kit, and so I'm still going to modify it to suit my needs. It's just now I don't have as much work. Then again, maybe I do because I'm modifying these headers. Anyway, enough of that. If you like this video, if you like this series, please continue to follow along. The journey we're deep in the middle of the journey now, so I appreciate all of you guys that are following along. I appreciate all of you guys that are taking time out of your day to share time with me, from my family to yours. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I look forward to seeing everybody at the track. Please comment, please subscribe, please ring the bell, hit the notifications so you can stay in touch with all the things that, all the videos when I post them, when they're coming out. I'm gonna try to be as regular as I can. So thank you all so much. Take care. Peace.